Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about optimizing your bedroom for sleep. Why? Because sleep is probably the most important and most overlooked component of your overall health and well-being, period. It's one of the primary four pillars: nutrition, fitness and exercise, emotional well-being like keeping yourself stress-free, and sleep. It's foundational and it's actually required for all human beings just to stay alive. But sleep is the most often overlooked of the four pillars. We tend to think of it as optional because, we can still function with less than what we need. 4 hours, you can still get up and go. And with the number of things on our to-do lists, the number of things pulling us in 18 different directions, and the constant pull of movies and entertainment to keep us up in the evenings, it's no wonder we're not getting enough sleep. Who's got time for sleep anyway? You've heard the saying, you can sleep when you're dead, right? Well, here's something to consider. Studies have shown that for most people, if you're constantly getting less than 8 hours of sleep, you're in the midst of a cognitive decline. And the worst part of it, you don't even know it. See, here's the thing. How would you know? You're actually living inside that head of yours. So as your cognition starts to decline in neurological function, you're just seeing it as normal. Like you have nothing to relate it to. Unless someone's right next to you there to point it out to you, you can get pretty far down that slope of decline before you actually notice anything is wrong or different at all. In fact, drowsy driving is responsible for as much as 20% of all car accidents in the United States. Drowsy driving. If you consider that each of the four pillars are like wheels of a car, when you don't address one of them, in this case sleep, it'd be like trying to drive down the road in a car with only 3 wheels. Can you imagine the sparks flying as your car is like lopsided, dragging one wheel down the road? Yikes. See, we're a world of doers. We're a world of action takers. And by definition, sleep is the act of not doing. You're not accomplishing anything toward your all-important to-do lists or goals when you're laying in bed sleeping. But here's the thing. Actually, you are doing something. There are 3 things you're doing, in fact. You're restoring your brain, you're consolidating your memory, and you're restoring your metabolic health. Number 3, restoring metabolic health. Yes, your sleep affects your physical body. The way you utilize macronutrients to metabolize them for food, for energy. And of course, that affects your ability to lose weight and to be fit. So if you're not losing weight the way you think you should be or want to be, it very well might be connected to a lack of sleep. Now, there are many things you can do to improve your sleep. And in the rest of this video, I'm going to address them in the bedroom, the physical space of the bedroom. And you're going to see how many different options you've got. You're going to have to take some time with this. It's a worthy experiment. It's a worthy journey, but it's a process. Don't try changing everything all at once. Decide which area that you'd like to address, one that you think might make the biggest difference for you, and give that one a try. Could take a while to get some of these things dialed in. Be patient and work the process. All right, so the rest of this video, I'm going to hold the camera, and I apologize in advance if it gets jerky, but here we go. Okay. The first thing I want to talk about is ambient light. And I'm going to take you over to my blinds. Now these are blackout drapes and or blackout curtains. And I'm going to bring this down and you're going to see it's not really fully blackout. So I'm going to give you a pan shot of my bedroom and you'll see it's not really that dark in here. Now there is a light on, but this is not a super dark bedroom. I've got a link in the blog that's going to take you to an Amazon page that will let you go buy blackout curtains. But in a perfect world, we would have better blackout curtains in here. It would block out way more of the light that's coming in through the sides of those drapes, and it would be way more effective at doing that. But because of the fact that both of us are usually up when the sun is out, it does a good enough job for us right now. All right, I'm going to open this back up so we can have a little light on the rest of the video. All right, now another big one is LEDs. So if you see this little LED on my phone, craziness, you want to tape that up. If you've got smoke detectors, you might want to think about taping up your little lights on your smoke detectors. If you've got a keypad like that shines a green light, we cover ours up with a pad like that. And same thing with clocks. Cover up your clocks so that those lights, believe it or not, any light source in your room will indicate to your body that there's something going on in the world that is time for you to get up. It messes with your circadian rhythm, which messes with your hormones, which tells your body, hey, wake up time, and it will make a difference. Okay, one of the other things that I do for ambient light is I sleep with an eye mask. Now, this is just one of a lot of options. I've got a link for this in the blog. This one happens to be I think it's really comfortable. It certainly is not going to win you any beauty contest at night, but I find it to be super effective. All right, so now let's talk about temperature, because temperature is probably the next biggest thing you can do to get a better night's sleep. Okay, so obviously, if you don't have air conditioning, get an air conditioner. I mean, that might be the most expensive and most difficult option, but man, if you can get air conditioning for your house at night and you live in a warm environment, fantastic. Number two, how about this? How about just a fan? Now, we have a fan in our bedroom, and the fan works great. It's an oscillating fan, so it turns back and forth. We use it, sometimes we have air conditioning also, but we don't always like to turn the air conditioning on, so we'll use this oscillating fan. The thing the fan does also is it provides some noise to filter out some of the ambient noise, which is another one of the ways to improve your sleep. Okay, another thing you can do, now if you see right there, this is called a chili pad, and I've got a link in the blog for this as well. It is a thermostatic controlled water heater and cooler. So when I turn this sucker on, it also has a fan, but I can dial in the temperature that I want. I can dial the heat up. I can turn it down. I have woken up at night on a hot night actually cold in bed, because what this thing does is it chills the water down to the temperature that I've set on the thermostat. It pumps it into a mattress pad, which is underneath me, and it is phenomenal at keeping my temperature regulated. So again, you can check that out. It's a little pricey, but man, I've had mine for 5 years, 6 years, and it's been phenomenal for me. So check that out. Now, I've already mentioned sound. Another thing you can do for sound besides a fan is you can get a sound machine. Now, an easy way to do a sound machine is with your iPhone, with an app on your iPhone or an app on your iPad, or you can purchase a sound machine by itself, separate by itself. The last thing I want to talk about is your bed. So first of all, check out your mattress. A mattress is another source of heat, especially if you have an old technology mattress. So many things have changed in the last 5 years, mattress technology, where you can get a really high quality mattress for not a lot of money, and it will keep you cool. Let's talk about pillows. So do you see this big fat pillow? I don't use this big fat pillow. There's so many options in pillows. Spend a little bit of time and figure out a pillow that actually makes your head and neck feel relaxed. I happen to use a neck pillow. Like, it's actually like a beanbag, buckwheat neck pillow. And it works really, really well for me. It's taken me a while to get used to this. Sometimes I actually use no pillow at all. But that just takes some time. But figure out for yourself what is a good way to enhance your sleep to make you as comfortable as possible. This big pillow, one that I use this actually to sleep next to me, to hug, like a big teddy bear. And they make full body pillows. That's another option. If you're a side sleeper, you can get a knee pillow, a knee cushion to keep your knees apart. Sometimes you might suffer from hip pain if you don't have some sort of a knee support in between your knees. So I put this between my knees and I hug it, and boy, it feels really, really good.
Another thing that's kind of a new thing that's hit the market are weighted blankets. Again, I have all these things in the blog post, so you can check them out on there. And yeah, that's about it. So start to experiment, guys. Start to experiment with your bedroom. Start to look around your bedroom. Look for the things that are going to contribute to improving your sleep, and start taking steps one at a time toward making your bedroom the sanctuary for sleep. That's it. We'll see you next time.